I appreciate it. And it's true, I'm Eddie Freeman from Boston, Massachusetts. And, if you've got a job, then chances are you've already learned a very painful lesson. And that is, it's so difficult to get ahead when you have a job. Now, it's not really your fault. You see, what happened when we were children, we were given some misinformation. And we believed it because it was told to us by our teachers and our parents. And they said, look, if you want to live the American dream, you go to school, you get an education, you get a good job, and then what happens is your employer will pay you money. Well, what's wrong with that equation is that your employer is trying to live the American dream as well, and then so in order to maximize his benefits, he's got to minimize yours. You end up trading a unit of time for a unit of money every day, and you start to realize there's just not enough units of time during the course of the day to make this exchange off enough to create wealth. Now, there's still hope. Maybe you could play for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe you could become a famous country western singer. Hey, who knows? You could be a movie star. But if none of those things are going to happen, there's still a way for you to do this, and this is to literally own your own business, because that's how most of the wealth is created in this country. But you know what? There's a challenge to opening a business. It costs fortunes to get started. You may have to spend $200,000 to get started, as hard as you can for 2 years, only to break even. Well, you know what? The business I'm going to talk to you about on this call, on this webinar, it doesn't cost $200,000 to get started. As a matter of fact, you couldn't spend more than $1,000 to get started, and you can get started for as little as $300 or $400, and you can make it all back within 2 weeks. Now, the industry is network marketing. And if you want to laugh about network marketing, I can tell you this, you, as you're listening to this, you do network marketing every day. The difference is I and many of us get paid a lot of money to do what you do for free. See, every time you refer somebody to a restaurant, a movie, a barber, a nail salon, what's happening is you're doing networking, but you're not getting paid for it. And see, really, that's all network marketing is. You find a product or a group of products that you like, and that you would give to other people and they would like, and now you've got a business. Now, I've been in this industry, for 26 years, and my story is different than most people that you'll meet. I've only been with 4 companies, and in 3 of those companies, I earned over $65,000 a month. My last company, I earned over $3 million in a little over 4 years, but what we're doing with this company, eXfuze, is what I've waited for my whole life. I've never had so much to work with. When you're assessing a business, especially in one in this industry, there are 5 key things that need to be in place to make it that perfect storm. You need to have sizzle products that are consumed by millions of people on a daily basis, and they don't take a lot of explaining. You need to have a company that's solid, at least 5 years old, and you're not worried about them going out of business. You need a compelling timing story. And you need to have a compensation structure that can allow you to do this on a part-time basis, yet make full-time residual income. Well, I want to start talking about our products, and we started with a group of liquid nutritional supplements, but before I get to those, I really want to talk about our sizzle products. I believe we've created 2 of the hottest sizzle products in any business, and the first one is a coffee product. And what's exciting about our coffee is that it's different. Number one, the market for coffee is huge. I mean, just ask yourself, do you or anybody you know drink coffee? Well, I mean, of course, so often, so many people drink coffee on a daily basis. What we've developed is something totally unique. It's not an instant coffee. It's a fresh brewed coffee that just so happens to be delivered instantly. It almost looks like a can of woman's hair mousse. You squirt it into hot water, and immediately, without even stirring it, what you've got is fresh brewed, organic, gourmet, kosher, non-GMO coffee at 70 cents a serving. Now, to make it extra healthy, we added Ganoderma mushroom extract, and I'm not going to go into the hundreds of health benefits. I prefer that you just went on the internet and looked up Ganoderma mushroom extract, and you're going to be impressed as it has over 100 different health benefits. But the other thing that is exciting to me is the fact that people seem to be losing weight, managing their weight on the coffee. And I think one of the reasons is we took the two top-selling ingredients out of all the health food stores, which would be Garcinia cambogia and green coffee bean extract. Well, the results have been dramatic, and I've got people losing weight by doing nothing else other than drinking a couple of cups of coffee a day. Well, we have another Sizzle product as well, and the question is, do you or anyone you know consume energy drinks? You know, what's the challenge with energy drinks? I mean, people are dying to use them, but the problem is they're loaded with sugar and they're unhealthy. That is until now, because here's what we created. What may be the first ever food-based, all natural, healthy energy drink. Now, it's loaded with beneficial ingredients. And as a matter of fact, the first ingredient listed is taurine. And you see, we caught a break about 6 months ago when Life Extension magazine referred to taurine and its effect on growing new brain cells. But we also have other beneficial ingredients. Green tea extract, loaded with health benefits. One of them is fat oxidation. It literally shrinks fat cells in your body, according to the internet. If you like chocolate because it makes you feel good, blue-green algae has the same properties as chocolate to do that, along with over 100 health benefits. But here's what I love. There's no added sugar. We sweeten it using stevia. You don't get a crash. There's no jitters, and it works in minutes, and it lasts for hours. To my knowledge, it is the only energy drink that has been certified by the Banned Substance Control Group. Today, we've got a growing number of Olympic athletes that use our products, endorse our products, and none of them get paid to do it. The man on the left-hand side of your screen is Justin Gatlin. Do you know that 12 years ago, he won the gold medal in the 100 meters for the United States? Well, this recently, he ran again. 12 years later, he ran a faster time in his mid-30s than he did in his early 20s, and he actually took the Olympic silver medal. And I feel that if we can help people like that perform at a higher level, what are we going to do for you and the people that you know? And the thing that is incredible is it's only 38 cents a serving, which is less money than I've seen any of these energy drinks. Well, I want to talk to you about how we got started, because we started with liquid nutritional supplements, and we did it for a reason. Our company opened their doors in 2007. Prior to opening, we looked at the industry of network marketing, and we looked at every network marketing company that had opened in a 10-year period. You know, there was over 1,000 of them, yet only 3 of them had proven to be successful, grossing over $500 million a year. All 3 had one thing in common. They sold liquid nutritional supplements using one superfood. There was Tahitian Noni International selling a liquid nutritional supplement using one superfood, the noni fruit. Then came Zangos nutritional supplement using one superfood, mangosteen. And then came a company called Monavie selling a liquid nutritional supplement using one superfood, acai berries. What we use is common sense. We went out and created the next generation of these liquid nutritional supplements. The first liquid nutritional supplement in the world that combined all 3 of those ingredients into one product. We then added 4 more superfoods. Each one was the standalone of different network marketing companies. It's the only liquid nutritional supplement on the planet that comes from these 7 superfoods, no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, and we do not use sodium benzoate. So what are we using? I first read about acai in a book called The Perricone Promise, written by Dr. Nicholas Perricone. He calls it the most important superfood in the world today. I'm excited about mangosteen because it's loaded with xanthones, which have been shown to benefit cardiovascular health. Now, the reason I'm excited about the noni fruit isn't just that it's been used as a medicine for centuries. Right here, anti-inflammatory capabilities. In a recent Time magazine, they said that inflammation is the cause of almost every disease out there. Noni is one of the most powerful legal anti-inflammatories in the world today. Himalayan goji berries. The Vitamin Bible was written by Dr. Earl Mindell, and he says that the goji berry is the most nutritionally dense food on the planet. Well, you probably never heard of GAC, but you have heard of tomatoes. And the reason health professionals want us to consume so many tomatoes is that they're loaded with a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. The GAC fruit has 70 times more lycopene than a tomato. 10 times more beta-carotene than a carrot. Sea buckthorn is what's also been added, which has been called nature's multivitamin, but perhaps the most powerful of all is fucoidan, brown seaweed extract. Today, there are over 1,000 independent clinical studies touting the efficacy of fucoidan. Don't take my word for it. I'm just a little guy from Boston, Massachusetts. Go to a government website. It's put out by the National Institute of Health. It's called pubmed.gov. And when you read about all these superfoods, in particular fucoidan and how it's used in Japan, you and everyone you love, you're going to want on this product for the rest of your life. But that's not all. We added a powerful antioxidant in blueberries. Pomegranates have been called one of the top 5 superfoods in the world by Reader's Digest. Aloe. Anybody you know that has a stomach challenge, try getting them on aloe and see what happens. And then, of course, we use grapeseed extract, which is loaded with resveratrol. Well, the next product we developed is called Proformance, and it is basically the same product. The difference is we've added adaptogens. Now, adaptogens are for stress, both physical and mental. And as a matter of fact, we have had a tremendous amount of testimonials on these products. One of my friends, she was on high blood pressure medication her entire adult life. After 6 weeks, her blood pressure was normal and she was off drugs. My friend George Beck here in Waltham, Massachusetts is a diabetic who literally lowered his insulin levels by 50% in 1 week. My friend Jeff Mead out in Vero Beach, Florida was suffering with something I never heard of before called fibromyalgia. And he suffered for 12 years, took everything that was supposed to help it, nothing did. After 10 weeks of drinking just an ounce a day, about $1.10 a day for your health, all of the symptoms from this went away. Myself, I'm 65 years old, and I've been lifting weights in the gym now for 36 years. And 36 years ago, all people wanted to do was bench press as much as they could for 1 repetition. It never once built our chest, but it wreaked havoc with our shoulders. I was in pain for 12 years, and I tried every legal supplement on the planet to try to help it. Nothing worked. 3 weeks on the product, drinking an ounce a day, all the pain went away. See, these are products that I would use even if there was no business attached. And today at 65, I'm the strongest I've ever been. I've got more energy than I've ever had, and all that's changed is these products. Well, the third product we developed is also a liquid nutritional supplement. Now, we're open in 12 countries, yet this is the only product we have ever sold in Japan up until recently. Until we just recently added the coffee. We sell over $2 million worth of this product every month. It's called Premium Focus. And basically it's very similar to the other 2 products with the same starting superfoods. The difference is instead of adaptogens, first we added Yamabushitake mushroom. This is to enhance your memory. We then added something called periwinkle, which is a powerful vasodilator. Anything you consume with periwinkle, it doesn't matter if it's medicine or vitamins or just food, it gets into your bloodstream quicker and more effectively. But then we added dokudami. What I'd like you to do is look up dokudami again on Google it, go to WebMD, and when you see how this and fucoidan is used in Japan, you'll understand why Japan grew so quickly. Well, the bottom line is, and this is about $1.30 a day, the bottom line is we were in the United States and we didn't do much business with the liquid nutritional supplements, but it wasn't long ago that we realized we were a debt-free company. And that is when we decided to reverse launch back into the United States, creating the dream come true and the timing story. Because everybody knows in network marketing, if you get in late, you can make a little money. You know, Amway's a great company. They do $14 billion a year in sales. But do you want to be the one that gets in and tries to get into 14.1? And you might say, hey, I can get into a startup company. There's probably a network marketing company that opened up last week. The challenge is that such a high percentage of go out of business within the first 3 years that you lose all your credibility. See, with us, you've got the dream come true. You've got the timing story that you need without the risk, because if your ground floor in network marketing is if you're in the first 40,000 distributors, here in the United States of America, we've got approximately 2 1,000 distributors. So what you've got with us is a ground floor opportunity, but the difference is you're no chance of going out of business because you're backed by a 9-year-old debt-free international rock-solid company. You know, it was W. Clement Stone, famous billionaire. He said when you can take products that people use and you can make those products better, which we've done, charge less, which you're doing, you're guaranteed success. That's just what we've got. How big are the markets for these products? What we have developed is a universal product line. Young, old, male, female. How many people do you know that drink coffee? How many people do you know that use energy drinks? How many people you know that take vitamins? You see, it's pretty much 100%, and that is exciting. So here it is. You've got certainly the right products and a huge market. What about the company? And this is what first got me excited. And these are our corporate offices located in West Palm Beach, Florida. And in assessing a company, I need to know who the people running the company. And see, what I saw were 4 people with over 80 years experience between them, both in the corporate side and the distributor side. This is our CEO, Don Cotton. I'm excited about Don because he's already worked with Fortune 500 companies. He was an enterprise architect with Microsoft, a CIO over at GMAC. You may be familiar with our CFO, Michael Seymour, as he's a frequent visitor on Fox News. This man spent 11 years in a corner office on Wall Street as a senior vice president of Morgan Stanley. And when he came here, his goal was to see that we operated debt-free. And now, of course, he has reached his goal. Well, our executive vice president is an icon in the industry of network marketing, as Paul Morris has spent 48 years, his entire adult life, in this industry, helping people like us, tens of thousands of people like us, develop residual income streams, whether it was a couple of $100 a week or 10 times that or even more. Well, this is our visionary founder. His name is Rick Cotton. I'm excited about Rick. Rick spent 10 years in the mission field. You know, 5 years prior to him starting eXfuze, he started an organization called Viva Kids. Viva Kids feeds, clothes, and educates children around the world. To this day, we take 1% of our global gross sales to support these children. And so we're a company that's different. We're a company with a heart. And so you got the right company, the right products, and a huge and growing marketplace for the products. What's next is timing. And I touched on that a couple of seconds ago, but the truth of the matter is, as you get this information right now, talk about a market being wide open. Less than 1/10 of 1% of the people in the United States have ever heard of this company. You're here first. If you've ever wanted to be first at one of these things with something with no risk, now's the time. Company, product, market, timing. At this point in time, you're probably saying it all sounds great, but what's in it for me? It all depends. If all you want to do is start getting healthy, get back with the person who told you about us tonight and get your hands on some product. Everything comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we have less than 1% of our products have ever been returned since we started. So that's pretty exciting. Well, if you're looking, however, for an opportunity and you'd like to supplement your income and maybe make an extra couple $100 a week, with the potential to make a lot more than that, then basically you're going to get paid by our compensation plan. Now, please understand that it might sound confusing. I'm going to show you the compensation plan simply for illustration purposes, and when I get together and meet with you face-to-face, it becomes simple, but I promise you this, if you do the business right, and I'll teach you that, and it's a very simple thing, the money will hunt you down. Now, there are 4 ways of making money in this company, and that doesn't even include the luxury car bonus. And by the way, with our luxury car bonus program, we're not the only company in the industry of network marketing to have one, but I do believe we're the only company in the industry of network marketing that's never had one repossessed. That's because we make it a little more difficult to get the automobile, but much easier to keep when you get it. So the first way of making money is our customer acquisition bonus. And basically, you can earn certainly a couple $100 a week just on customers. I've got a young woman in Detroit, Michigan, and she's already in her first 3 months. I think she said she made over $4,400, most of it on customers. The second way of making money is called fast cash. And the reason I like fast cash, this enables you to come into the business and enroll 4 people the way you enrolled and make all your money back. And I teach people how to do that in 2 weeks. And just so you'll know up front, there is a cost of getting started in the company. And the first thing you need to do is to get on board, it's $59 and change. So let's call it $60. Now what you get for this $60 are 3 websites. You get your eXfuze website with a lot of valuable information on it, and then you're going to get a coffee website to send customers to, and then you're also going to get a Zilla website to send your energy drink customers to. That's a one-time fee. It's not recurring. Well, the next thing that you would probably want to consider is getting your hands on some product. Well, why do you need product? There's 3 basic reasons why. The most important reason is for you to consume on a daily basis so that you'll have a personal story, because I believe as you consume this product, whether it's the coffee, the energy drinks, whether it's the liquid nutritional supplements, or we have a line of protein drinks that people are doing very well on as well. But whatever it is, a story will start to develop, and then of course your belief level goes through the roof, and then you can talk to anybody. The second reason you need products is just for people to sample, because I promise when you taste these products, you'll understand exactly what we mean by that. And then the third way is in case people don't want to wait 3 or 4 days for it to be shipped from the company, you literally can sell them product on hand. So we've got a few different product packages. The first product package is $300, and that consists of a combination of coffee and energy drinks, Suma and Zilla. There's a $500 package which has all of that, but it also has a couple $100 of the liquid nutritional supplements. And then for those of you that want to run at this, we've got the $1,000 package, which is loaded with product. And I promise you this, you will go through this product. And again, when you enroll 4 people the way you enrolled, all your money comes back to you, whether it's 300, 500, 1,000, and then I teach you how to double that over a next short period of time. Well, the third way of making money, and this is where it could start getting a little confusing, it is a 2-legged compensation plan. So you get started, and you introduce this to a couple of people, and one goes to your left, one goes to your right. But keep in mind the person that brought you in likewise can only build 2 legs. So inevitably you get spillover helping you build one of these 2 legs. At the end of every week, the company calculates the volume of the 2 legs, and you make 10% of the weaker of the 2 legs. So 4,000 in one leg and 30,000 in the other, you make 10% of 24,000 or 2,400. Now, as good as this seems, it's the 4th way of making money that's already created 5 millionaires in Japan, 1 in Taiwan, and 1 so far in the United States. And it's the most powerful way of earning money I've ever seen. It's the director check matching bonus. Once you hit the level of director, and literally, if you buy a package that's 600 or more, you're grandfathered in as a director for the next 6 months. Bottom line is this: everybody that you have ever enrolled in the past or will enroll, no matter where they're placed, they could be in your weaker leg or your stronger leg. They could be the first ones you enrolled, or they could come in 5 years from now. It doesn't matter. Every week that they get one of those basic commission checks, whether it's $30 or whether it's $10,000, you get a matching bonus. Here is where the big money comes in. We pay up to 8 entire generations of this matching bonus, not levels, generations. A generation will go up to and including the first director in a leg. So, for example, if you enrolled your friend Tommy, and he enrolled his friend Aaron, who has enrolled his friend Bill, who enrolled his friend Rob, we're just going to call him the Gronk, and Gronk becomes a director. Everyone between you and the Gronk is your first generation, and we pay 8 of these generations. To put this in perspective, I enrolled a man from Japan. His name was Kaneko-san, and Kaneko-san last week on his weak leg did 100,000 in volume. He gets a basic commission check of 10,000. My matching bonus on him alone was 1,300. Now Kaneko has enrolled many people. One of them is Miyako-san. Last week Miyako-san did 100,000 on his weak leg, got a check for 10,000, and my matching bonus on him alone was 1,300. Oh, Miyako has enrolled 100 people, but one of them, Sugimoto. And Sugimoto-san last week did 80,000 on his weak leg. And he enrolled Kimpata, who did 90,000. As you start to do the math, You see, it's huge. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is what it took us 8 years to do in Japan, we're going to do here in the United States over the next 2 years. And you, as you're listening to this and watching this, are one of the first people in the United States of America to even hear about this. So let's put this all back in place. We've got sizzle products that are consumed by millions of people on a daily basis that really take no explaining. We have got a company that has stood the test of time. We're not going out of business. We're a 9-year-old company. Our timing story is a ground floor opportunity with no risk because you're backed by a 9-year-old, debt-free, international, rock-solid company. And of course, we've got the best compensation structure that has ever existed in this industry. So what could be left? Training and support. See, when you come into this business, we're not going to throw you up against the wall and hope that you stick. I'm going to teach you the proven methodology for success, and it's as simple as over the next 14 days texting 2 or 3 people a day, and you're on your way, and it's like that. And if once you decide you want to do this, I will have the whole training up on a website just like this that you will be able to look at 24/7, and you'll be able to send all your new people to it. As far as support goes, you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself, because there's always a minimum of 8 people with a vested interest in you. Well, you know, Victor Hugo said that there is nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. I'm here to tell you that eXfuze's time has come. And all you really have to do is ask yourself one question. If everything you heard in this webinar is true, and it's all verifiable, is there anything that would prevent you from getting started right now? You see, I've done a lot of reading in my time, and one of the things I've always enjoyed reading about is great leaders. You know, the great leaders all have one thing in common. They're decisive, and they base their decisions on facts. I've done my very best over the last 25 minutes to give you the facts, and now I would suggest you make a decision. Maybe you just want to start by trying the products for a few weeks, or maybe it's a business you want to let us help you build by becoming a distributor. If I were you, I would not allow the person who told me about this out of my sight before I got all my questions answered, because I am convinced that there's nothing any of us can do over the next 2 years that has the ability to pay us for the rest of our lives than active, aggressive participation in this company. Now, for those of you who are already involved, you've made the right choice. But for those of you who are not, I urge you, get involved now. I appreciate your time. My name is Eddie Freeman, and with that, Janice, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all the information you shared today. And thanks to everyone that decided to take a little bit of time, which I know is very precious, to see if you might find a better way. Get back with the person that invited you on the call tonight so that we can share what we saw. And let's work together as a team. Thank you. Good night. This concludes the call.